Joining us now is Mr. Timothy Martin, Fire Substation Officer at the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, and Superintendent Lyndon David as we discuss the upcoming information session for the Caribe Wave Simulation Exercise. Good to have you, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Good day, good day. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm okay, doing well.
Good morning to you guys. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, thank you so much, and we're glad that you enjoy being here. Hopefully that those sentiments remain after the interview. So, tell us about the Caribe Wave Simulation Exercise. What is it?
Well, basically, Caribe Wave is an exercise where we test the responses of nations regarding tsunamis and our preparedness. So therefore, it's a regional or world event. So throughout the Caribbean, different parts of the world that are part of the exercise. So what will happen is that we will be given scenarios, and we have to select one. We have already selected ours, and ours will be as local tsunami. Now, regional tsunami, that means a tsunami that generated within the Caribbean region. Okay. So, having said that, there are three categories we could look at. We have distant, we have regional, we have local. So the distant will be those far away ones. May affect us seriously or may not, just depending on certain things. And then the regional one can affect us. We will have time to respond, but the local, we may not have too much time. So this exercise basically to test all of our preparedness and responses, to see how will we function during that period.
Okay, so tell us, where will this be happening or taking place?
Well, it will be taking place on the 23rd, that's the date, 23rd of this month. And we are looking at the Bastille area. The area that we are targeting is from Sundown Road, and then heading towards the west by the Cenotaph area. So all of the Bay Road, and then up to Central Street, that street going across there heading north. So that is the area of play, and we are targeting a number of businesses within that area to be a part of the exercise. We are encouraging the whole federation, the general public, to participate in an exercise such as this. You never know when a tsunami might enter our doors, and we have to be prepared.
If I may, we will also have a simultaneous event on Nevis as well. So the disaster management department over there, they have we have the same scenario, but they will have different activities to perform. Yes. So based on the structure, could be Nevis alone impacted, could be the entire federation. So both disaster agencies have roles to play on each island, but the federal aspect will have that overarching.
Yes. Let me just add that we don't just focus on the Bastille area, because in times past we have chosen other areas for area of play as well, like we did in Old Road some time back. So we don't just focus in town. We do we look at the whole country and a whole.
Right. Well, I know that it's a simulation exercise, but just hearing that you're considering what would happen to our systems in the event of a local tsunami kind of made me feel a little dreadful. Because I know that it's a reality that we haven't experienced in a while. I also understand why you would choose to do it in Bastille, because it's low lying and it's also one of the most populated areas. And so can you give us a sense of exactly what you would be looking for, what criteria you'd be looking to assess, particularly as it comes to businesses, whether it be evacuation, whether it be other things? What are you looking at?
Well, what will happen, we will normally get the message from the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. That is the tsunami center that sends us the message. So we have a number of devices around the world that will indicate when there is a earthquake, it could be a volcanic eruption underwater, landslide underwater, because these are things that trigger tsunamis. Basically, something that trigger a displacement of a large body of water. And so what happens is that when we get that, we have what we call the tsunami warning focal point, which is a 24-hour operation agency. That right now in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is the police telecommunications department.
Okay.
So when they receive that message, they will look at it and they will convert the time from the UTC to our local times, which is 4 hours behind, to ensure that we have the correct timing. If we get it off, we can be here waiting and the tsunami come and we don't even know. So we have to know the calculations. In that message, it will let us know if there's a possibility of a tsunami. And that will have a list of countries that were impacted, and it will also indicate to us the estimated time of arrival of the first wave. So therefore, it gives us time if it is a regional or distant tsunami that will impact us in a destructive way. However, the local warning that we will get is that heavy shaking, close to a minute or so. You see buildings falling down and so forth. And if the epicenter is in the ocean, chances are, especially shallow water, chances are it will trigger a tsunami. So regional and distant, it gives us time. So the regional will give us like an hour or so warning. I mean, sufficient time to work. Whereas the distant will give us an hour and more to function. So for that reason, the tsunami warning focal point is very critical with that information. Yes.
What are you looking for from businesses? Because I understand you're having the simulation. Obviously, you're going to do it during the daytime. It might not always be ideal to run simulations in the daytime because tsunamis can happen at any point in time when people are responsible. So have you begun to think about the way that you can articulate your objectives to the public in a way that would ensure that your systems are on point, or perhaps things that need to be enhanced can be enhanced?
Well, let me start off by saying we are looking at to do the exercise in two parts. One being virtually, and the other one where persons are actually going to get out of their space and go to an assembly point. We are looking at, even if it's a case where persons go out on the street or the sidewalk and indicate that, look, we have evacuated our premises and everybody is accounted for, etc. That is okay for us at this time. Going further, we would look to enhance the exercise where we try to get first everybody moved to the safe area. And the safe area, just for the listeners, is at anywhere at by the bypass road, the FT Williams Highway, going northward to St. Peter's area. So anywhere below FT Williams Highway is considered in the hazard zone.
Like where we are right now.
Like where we are
Yes.
right now.
Yes. Because what happened, you see, the Bastille is below sea level. Bastille is below sea level. So any higher ground, we encourage people to go. But we have safe zones. Those safe zones, they should be kept in a condition wherein persons can go there without difficulty. However, if a person does not know where the safe zone is, just head to higher ground. Someone may ask the question, what about our Frigate Bay? Well, we have Timothy Hill. We have various hills over there. The only thing that could happen is that you can be cut off, whether temporarily or permanently. One of the things I will say about tsunami, the tsunamis, they're basically a series of waves. So you'll find, if I may give a little scenario, I remember many years ago we had a tsunami in Indonesia, and there was a strange phenomenon that took place. The water receded.
Yeah, and everybody
and people see bare ocean floor, maybe fish, went to see what was going on, and suddenly the waves came back. What the experts are saying, they travel fast as a jet plane, about 500 miles per hour. So imagine, so you cannot escape it. So we are saying to people, if you're on the beach and you see this strange phenomena, do not be amazed and go, I want to take pictures and so forth. Start running. Hope that you're fast enough to get away. However, inland where you have the traffic everybody will want to go for pick up the child and run. We have the view that the children are more educated
And they're going to take off.
than the adults, because we do a lot of exercises in the schools.
Yes.
So therefore they know once they get the drill, they go. So we are saying to family members, do not want to go to pick up your child. No, you're going to make more hazard on the road, obstructing traffic and so forth. So if reason comes where you have to get out of the vehicle, go ahead. Go ahead to higher ground, because the vehicle you may not reach.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that I would like to express regarding the tsunami exercise that we'll be having is that the businesses we also be testing there. One, they have a emergency and evacuation plan. If they do have those things, we are now also testing if they know how to use it, and if they use it according as expected.
Okay.
And these are the things we are looking for, the responses. And if they do not have a plan, the NEMA is prepared to help, because there's a generic plan where you can then you put in everything there for you. And if you have it and you did work it well, then the exercise is there to show you your weak points.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, lives can be saved if we have to utilize the plan and we have to do some form of evacuation because of tsunamis. Another thing, the general population. You know, the general population, oh yeah, just playing, and you know.
Yeah.
But we are saying to them, the more you practice, better you come. You know, I remember I had a visitor friend in Nevis who does martial arts, Son Maynard. You know, and he would say, practice make perfect. And they would say, no, Sensei, good practice. You know, because you could practice, but you practice bad.
Yes.
So he's saying to them, once you practice the way it ought to go, when time comes, there will be no difficulties.
Yep.
So we want our population to get on board and support and be prepared.
We have just about a minute left, so I'll find out you.
Just to piggyback on the scenario that he made with the vehicular traffic. Now, if you notice on middays, 12 o'clock, rush hour,
4 o'clock too.
4 o'clock, when persons are leaving home, the way town is situated with traffic.
Messed up.
So imagine that everybody gets an alert that a tsunami is coming. Persons are not probably looking to go to higher ground, but they're looking to go to for the child, you know, the loved ones, etc. You see how chaotic just Basti alone could be. So that is why we're encouraging persons, look, do not focus on your vehicle. Close the vehicle up and you get to higher ground via foot.